Good morning, Frank Watkins, 12th of May, once again with Kylie.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm going to be fairly brief today. I just want to point out the 7,200 level on the all ords. So far, it just appears to me that 7,200 is going to hold. We had a little peep below it the other day. We've held on to it so far since. But if we go to weekly 5 years, I think that shows it fairly clearly, or shows it better. And commenters basis, the January high was 7,956 down to 7,200. It's a 9.5% fall, and we regularly get a 10% fall at least once a year, often twice a year. So for various reasons, I think we've seen the worst of it. That's it from me. I'm going to hand over to Kylie.
Thank you. I just want to do a scan. We haven't done one for a while. It doesn't mean we don't. We're doing them still every day. But I like to just do what we normally do. I think we get rid of all of these. We're going to do a 21 breakup of a close, increasing volume 4 days, OBV. This might be a little bit different to what I normally do. So I'm doing increasing volume for 4 days, OBV 20% above the level of 5 days ago. And I'm going to put in the price range, I think we normally do, from 50 cents to $4. And ignoring results that have less than 280-day data, that's basically anything like a new float. So it has to have been trading for 280 days. We're going to ignore results that are value less than 5 million, I think that's 500,000, and ignore results of volume more than 1 million. And we'll tick that. Oh no, got to do it all again. It's on a weekly. Bugger. Sorry everyone, just bear with me. Okay, OBV 21% 3 days ago. Tick that. Volume 500%. We're looking for a volume spike there. Oh, sorry, make that back to 50 cents. That's 550 to 450. And 0. Okay, let's see how we go. Okay, so only 8 today. Now, BBOS is an ETF that is sort of going against what the market's doing, so you can see that's why that is going up. CYC, that's come up because of the big volume spike, but it's not a very nice looking chart. ECX would be for this reason, big green day, but no buy signal yet. GAL, okay, now this is a good one. I'm glad this came up. This had an announcement yesterday, and it jumped from a close of, on this day, closed at 20 cents and then opened the next day up at 66 cents due to an announcement. Now, if you were on that, if you had that stock, well done. If you jumped on board with that announcement, power to you. What I would suggest now with this is just beware of FOMO, the fear of missing out. It's done what it's done. It's now just has to adjust itself and find some level of support. You need to now wait for a buy signal. Just be aware, what I'm getting at is FOMO. Just don't get sucked in. Always be patient and wait for some kind of a buy signal. The same exactly with this stock. Now, this stock back here was an absolutely perfect entry. You had resistance at 25 cents. It touched it a few times. It's gone down, it's broken here, even found support back at that 25 cent level, off it went. That was your buy back here. It's gone for a run, and this is where FOMO starts to kick in. Then you've got all your sellers come in. Now, I'm seeing a bit of chatter on Twitter and Facebook about this stock and everyone jumping back on board. Again, if you're new to trading or you're wanting to learn, again, beware of the fear of missing out, beware of FOMO. You're always wanting to put the odds in your favour. So again, for this stock here, if you're erring on the side of caution and you don't want to lose all your money, wait for a buy signal. This has got a bit of work to do. It's had 3 big days. You would expect some kind of a pull-off, pullback. It might find some resistance. There's a lot of things that this stock needs to do before you could potentially get in. So again, patience comes into this and you're waiting for a buy. What Frank also talks a lot about is a higher high, higher low. So potentially if this falls back to here and then has another go, we could see another formation of a high, high, high low. So there's lots of ways to try and get back into this stock, but right now there is no entry. There is no signal right now to get back in. So it's a good one to talk about. MGR doesn't look so good. Now PNB is interesting. That's been a long, big downtrend. Again, we're coming back to this, a significant low here. It's reached it here again. It's coming up to resistance. Again, if this forms, now you've got your low here, you've got waiting to get a high. We still haven't had that confirmation yet. If this comes back and forms a higher low and breaks again, there's potentially a buy in this stock. So it's worth just putting in your watch list and probably just keeping an eye on it. It's a big long downtrend though, so ideally you'd like to see this moving sideways for longer than just a couple of months. You'd want to see that have a big 6-month sideways move. Anyway, but it's worth keeping an eye on anyway. But just talking about getting back in, we're talking about potentially we've reached the low with looking at the all ords. It's now waiting for signals to get back in on a market like this, and it's a topic that we're going to discuss at length at our Kuala Lumpur workshop in July. If you're learning to trade or want to learn more, it's something we go in depth about. We look at confirmation levels a lot. We look at risk management. So everything that you kind of want to know will be greatly analysed and done to death so that you'll come away from it fully understanding how you look at buys, sells and your risk management. Anyway, on that note, I'll leave it at that.
Okay, we shall talk again. Cheers.